Hello and welcome to the Premier League for Matchday 27, and I'm Gananika here today, and these are the games we are featuring. The first game we'll be featuring is going to be Manchester United, as they will play Everton in the matchup. And the second game we'll be featuring also is going to be Celtic, as they will play Liverpool. The first game we'll be featuring first will be Manchester United versus Everton at Old Trafford. Alan Hudson, any thoughts between the two teams before kick-off? Well, Manchester United are a team, of course, have not had a very good season, as we know. We know that they obviously had their manager sat, Solskjaer, during the start of the season. Obviously, Joachim Löw took over the job, and, he's picked up some results. He's bounced them up a little bit towards those European positions, but at the same time, they probably want to get this season out and done with. There's probably no point now they're going to qualify for Champions League because the points are so ridiculously high compared to them and where Chelsea are. But today, if they can get a victory here today, that'd be something. They've won a few games recently on the bounce, defeating Southampton and also thrashing Celtic by 5 goals to win the last previous matchup. As for Everton, however, they are really in deep trouble. They are obviously on the same points as Watford in the relegation scrap, and they really need to get back out of it. Obviously, Duncan Ferguson's a guy who's been a player at Everton in his past as Everton's club captain, and he's got that leadership in him, obviously in the past as an Everton captain and player. And I think he will implement that since he took over from Frank Lampard a month ago. Thanks, Alan. Let's get straight to the matchup right here, right now, as we are going to have Manchester United, as they'll be playing Everton. Let's get to the game. And we are live here at Old Trafford. It's the matchup we are waiting for today for Matchday 27, as Manchester United are taking on Everton here. And we know we're in the first week of October now. We've only got 2 months away now until the end of the Premier League season. 11 games left of the Premier League to go, and obviously Everton are fighting for relegation in the relegation scrap with Watford and Southampton in the mix, while Manchester United, however, had a very poor season this season, unfortunately. Solskjaer was sacked 10 games into the season. Joachim Löw took over. A lot of hit and misses since he was in charge, and then they've been around that mid-table position in the Premier League. But they've been bouncing back a few weeks ago now. Won a couple of matches, beating the likes of Celtic and Southampton, and now climbing up towards that top 7 at European places. They want to be in those positions. I think Europa League probably can do for Man United after a poor season. But they've got a good team up today. Obviously, Fernandes in the midfield, Sancho in the midfield, and Kane up front with Rashford. And that's a very good team, a solid team for Manchester United, however. But as for Everton, the team who are fighting for their lives down in the relegation zone. Obviously, Everton's not really a relegated team. They're always a Premier League team for the last, 70 years now. And their Premier League status could be under threat if they don't get any good results the next 10 games from now. But they've got a good lineup. Obviously, Lewis Dunk in defence and James Tarkowski. We've got Anthony Gordon, Dele Alli, obviously McNeil. And up front alone, we've got his Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And that's the team for Duncan Ferguson's side for Everton. So we have it right now. Obviously, Joachim Löw versus Duncan Ferguson. And we have got this match underway right now in our hands. Harry Kane and Jordan Pickford for Everton. And let's get this game underway right now between the two sides here in this Premier League match. And here we go. An Everton kick-off here at Old Trafford. And there's Decore now with the ball here for Everton. Now to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Now Calvert-Lewin now going away here. Oh, Calvert-Lewin, good start for Everton here. Could be a save there from Keylor Navas. He saves the day, he does. And now here's Jadon Sancho. Nice knock there all the way to obviously Marcus Rashford. Rashford's through. It's 1-0. Oh, save there from Pickford. He saves the day, he does. Now Melelinko now for Everton, the Ukrainian midfielder. Dele Alli. Now Decore. Now Anthony Gordon now. Passes it now to all the way. Oh, no one there. It's going all the way to the goalkeeper, the opposition in. Now Keylor Navas. And now to Wan-Bissaka. Now to Isco. Isco's a foul right there. Crunching tackle there. And a yellow card right there from Melelinko there for Everton. And a yellow card for him. And Everton have got a yellow. And that's it's a crunching tackle. Now Isco now passes to Harry Kane. Now Kane now. Now to Marcus Rashford. Good defending there from Everton there. And now it's Chris Smalling. Now Wan-Bissaka. Now Isco. Now here's a chance for Sancho now. And a good defender the way there from obviously. Now Everton now trying to attack. Good defender there for Manchester United right now. Now Magno on the ball back. Now Bruno Fernandes now. Bruno lost the ball now. Back to Dele Alli here for Everton here. He's his former club. He's played for Man United, Dele Alli. And now he plays for the Evertonians. And they're all trying to win the ball back there. But of course, Wan-Bissaka won it back, intercept. And now it's a counter-attack here for Man United here. Now to Harry Kane. Now Kane now. Good defending there from Everton again here. Now Milinko's been booked already. He has for Everton here. Now pass to Lewis Dunk. Now to James Tarkowski now. And James Tarkowski. Now, oh, that's a lost control ball. And obviously got Gordon now. Now to Decore. Now Dele Alli. Now Dele Alli. Now to obviously Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Been a very fair game, but Man United have been having more of the ball compared to Everton. Obviously, Duncan Ferguson's team's really parking the bus here. And now, okay, Everton win the ball back in. Now to Decore. Now to Dele Alli. And now here's obviously McNeil. Dwight McNeil to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Now to Dele Alli. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Oh, what a save there for Keylor Navas. Good save from the Costa Rican goalkeeper. Now Bruno Fernandes now. Now to obviously McTominay. Now McTominay now to Sancho. Now Sancho now. He's going to find... Oh, Marcus Rashford. He's 1v1. Marcus Rashford. 1-0 to Manchester United. And the Red Devils, the team from Manchester, are in the lead. And Man United, I've got to say, they've not had a very good season so far. But I'll tell you what, they've had some good results recently in the Premier League. Did quite well in the FA Cup against Spurs. They've beaten Southampton. They've beaten Celtic. Okay, they got knocked out against the Georgington Red Devils in the Champions League round of 16 in last month. But doesn't really care about all that. But they've actually really regained a bit of confidence a little bit now in their team. And obviously Marcus Rashford puts Man United in the lead. And it's 1-0 to Manchester United in the game. And Everton are trailing. Well, Everton, however, obviously 11 games to go left of the season. They have to really get some results. They are outside the relegation zone as we speak in 17th. Because they've got better goal difference compared to Watford's. But at the same time, they're on the same points as one another. It's a bit scary times for an Everton fan or supporter. Because you could be in big trouble. And meanwhile, Dominic Calvert-Lewin on the other side. Oh, that could have been a goal back for Everton, but saved there from Keylor Navas. And obviously a hand save there. Now here's Harry Kane. Now Sancho. Good defending right there. Now to Decore. Now to obviously Michael Keane. Now Keane. Now to Chris Smalling. Nice header there. Now to Wan-Bissaka. Now to Isco. Isco now. Now to Harry Kane. Now to Sancho. He presses on here. Good press, counter press. Okay, and now is Dele Alli. Now McNeil. Now Smalling. Now Sancho. Now Rashford. Marcus Rashford. Okay, won the ball back from James Tarkowski. And now is Anthony Gordon. And now is Dominic Calvert. Okay, offside. And now to Bruno Fernandes. Now to Sancho. And now, okay, now to Decore. And now pings it now to Milinko. Now James Tarkowski. Now all the way to Dwight McNeil. Well, he's kept that one alive on the pitch. So free kick though for Manchester United. Now Isco. And now, okay, Everton win the ball back. Okay, now Everton's on the counter-press here. Everton's on the counter-press just before half-time. Everton might get something here, and the ball is going to... Oh, he's kept it offside. And the referee blows the whistle for half-time. And Manchester United are at the break, 1-0 up in front. Marcus Rashford scored the only goal in the first half. As is Manchester United 1, Everton 0 at the break. We're back here for the second half, and here we go. And Man United kick off the second half. Now Harry Kane lost the ball. Now back to Everton here. Now to Decore. Now to Anthony. Okay, now to Luke Shaw. Now Bruno Fernandes. Now is Rashford. Now Rashford now to Kane. He counter presses here. Now Sancho. Sancho. Oh, save. And that's going to be now a corner. Corner kick for Manchester United. So corner has been given here for obviously Man United here. They're going to take it. Obviously there for Bruno Fernandes. Into the box. No. Isco. Oh, now Dominic Calvert-Lewin wins the ball and lost it now. Back now to Maguire. Now Isco, Marcus Rashford's in the box. Dangerous here. Marcus Rashford saved there from Jordan Pickford. Jordan Pickford saves the day, he does, and a substitution's been made. Gordon's coming off, and Demarai Gray comes on. And now Bruno Fernandes crosses into the box, the corner. Bicycle kick, Harry Kane! Hit the crossbar, bicycle kick. Oh my God. And now here's Isco. Now Sancho. No, Tomini. Sancho's through. Sancho! Oh, save from Jordan Pickford. Now Bruno Fernandes will take it. Cross into the box. Header away for Everton. Good defending now. Now it's Demarai Gray. Now it's Dele Alli. Now it's Calvin Lewin. Oh, Gray wins it back. Nice press here. Nice counter press. On the counter press here for Everton here. Demarai Gray. Could be a chance here to get a goal back in the game. And good goalkeeper. Good goalkeeper. Navas there with that save. Now McTominay. Now Rashford. 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 Good defending there from Everton. And now here's obviously Smalling. Now Bruno. Bruno. Kane. Rashford. Offside. We've got 15 minutes to be played in the game. 15 minutes to be played in the match. And we got obviously offside. And Jordan Pickford will take it. And now boots it out for obviously out away. Now to Corey. And now is Calvin Lewin. Oh, hit the post. And that's going to be now a goal kick. And obviously Dwight McNeil comes off. And looks like Andres Townsend comes on. Navas will take it. And nice boot there from Kayla. And now is Kane. Kane now, that's a good ball to Marcus Rashford. He's 1v1 and Jordan Pickford with the hands right there. No opportunity there, it's still 1-0. And now there's Bruno Fernandes back to your Man United here. But free kick, is it? Yeah, quick free kick for Manchester United here. Bruno Fernandes now to Sancho. Sancho now, he fires here onto Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes, a save again there from Jordan Pickford. They're really pressing on there. Dele Alli comes off for Everton here. And meanwhile from Harry Maguire, McTominay, oh, referee pointed the spot for a penalty. There's a handball claimed by Michael Keane. And the referee pointed the spot for a penalty for Manchester United. Handball, I think it was a bit of a deflection with his hand, so it's going to be a penalty. The referee doesn't like it, so it's going to be a pen for Man United here. Harry Kane up against Jordan Pickford. Is it going to be 2-0 to the Manchester United here? Man United now in the Stratford end. And a goal's been scored and Manchester United made it 2. And Harry Kane makes it 2-0 to Manchester United. What a goal there for Man United right there. And that's something there. Some potential of something of a strike. And it did go in. And it's now 2-0 to Manchester United. What a goal there from Harry Kane. And it is 2-0 to Manchester United in the match. What a goal. And Kane's loving it. He is definitely loving it. And Joachim Löw will be loving it also at the touchline for Manchester United. And there you go, 2-0. And Everton's fought. Oh my God, mistake being made at the back here from Lewis Dunk. Now Kane 1v1 to Pickford. And another penalty, I think it is. And Lewis Dunk failed Harry Kane in the penalty box. He was in red card. Luckily he wasn't the last man because he would have been sent off, he would have been. And obviously Lewis Dunk failed Kane. A penalty for Manchester United. Man United have got themselves a pen. Chris Smalling obviously comes off and Victor Lindelof will come on for Manchester United. And now Kane takes it against Jordan Pickford. And a goal for Manchester United to make it 3. And Harry Kane makes it 3 goals against Everton. That's a great goal, I've got to say. Harry Kane beats Jordan Pickford. And now it's 3-0 to Manchester United. Great goal there from Kane. Nice goal. Another goal there for Kane. He's happy about that. 3-0 to Manchester United before injury time. And now Everton now. Okay, now to Luke Shaw. Now to McTominay. Now Bruno Fernandes now to Marcus Rashford. Now it's Fernandes. Okay, now here's Tchaikovsky. And now heading out away now to Sancho. Now Rashford. McTominay. Rashford. Fernandes. It's 4-0. And Manchester United are running riot against Everton at Old Trafford. And Bruno Fernandes on the score sheet. And Everton look tarnished, they do. Duncan Ferguson's Everton have been tarnished. And Manchester United have been absolutely thumping here onto Everton, like they did to Celtic in their last game. They are coming back from the dead. A poor start to the season, halfway through the season. They're really doing quite well second half of the season. And it's now 4-0 to Manchester United. And I know Jurgen Klopp will be very happy about that. Their aim is to get back into those European places. Europa League, Conference League could do. They could be champs a bit too much, I think, by the points-wise in 11 games. But now is Townsend. Now Ross Barkley. Now Decore. Now Barkley. Now to, obviously, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Clearance, maybe. And the referee now points to the spot for a penalty to Everton. Everton have got themselves a consolation, maybe potential, maybe gift of the goal potentially, because Lindelof handballed it by mistake, by deflection, and now Everton have got themselves a penalty. There's nothing really to play for now. If they can get a clean sheet, that would be something if Navas can actually save this. But can Everton get a little bit of pride, a little bit of something believing here? And a save there from Navas, and no one can stop him in his tracks. And the whistle blows for full time. And Manchester United have defeated Everton by 4-0. And I've got to say, a great victory right there for Man United, for Jurgen Klopp's team. Keylor Navas, I've got to say, was great in that save they made at the end of the game. And Everton looked very poor. And the game ends here today as Harry Kane scores 2 goals here. And also Marcus Rashford and also Bruno Fernandes. As it was Manchester United 4, Everton 0 at Old Trafford. Four goals for Manchester United here today. Alan Hansen, any thoughts on the result today for Manchester United? Big win for them, and they of course got 3 points after that. Yeah, big win for Man United. However, you know, Harry Kane was magnificent, Marcus Rashford was magnificent, and Bruno Fernandes was magnificent also, and the whole team really pulled through. And also in the second half of the season, it's a bit of a difference on Man United, however. I think then probably now can't get top 4 because there's 11 games left for the season and Chelsea's points are far off compared to Man United. But I've got to say, in the second half of the season, they've really bounced back they've been since obviously the first part of the season. So hopefully they can get a European Europa League finish by the end of the season. There's a long way to go on that though. There's a battle between Villa and Newcastle, and also themselves, Man United, also are batting out for those European places. But at the same time, however, big win for Man United, big statement for them also on that, and yeah, congratulations to them. And for Everton, however, you know, they're really going to be worried a little bit now in terms of what they're going to be like in the next 11 games. I know they've got winnable fixtures they've got in 11 matches to go. There's a long way left of the season to go, however, but anything goes. But, you know, Everton's in big trouble, and I think that they've got a lot of learning to do in the next game on that if they want to try and bounce back. They've got Aston Villa next, away from home, so hopefully in that match they can get something. Thank you there, Alan. Now let's get to the next matchup, shall we, here today, as we're going to go and see how Celtic play, as they will be playing against Liverpool. And let's get to the match. We are here in Celtic, as Celtic are playing Liverpool today. And we know that last week Celtic did play Manchester United, Liverpool's rivals, last week, and lost 5-1 against them. So it could have been a chance, it could have been for Celtic to try and push towards those European positions, but it wasn't to be, and they got thrashed 5-1 at home. But today, they're up against Liverpool, a team who are trying to compete with Man City at the top of the table. They are currently sitting in second position, but this is something special for them, hopefully, by the end of this matchup. But this is the official lineup, however, for the two teams right here, right now. Starting with Celtics, we have Joe Hart in goal. Defence we got is Jovanovic, Duffy, Julian and Greg Taylor. We have is Matt O'Reilly, McGregor, Turnbull, Christie, Edward and Jota up front for Celtic. And that's Ange Postecoglou's team. But however, for the opposition's team, the away team, however, for Liverpool, They've got a very strong team. Liverpool have got some very good players, very equipped players also in this matchup also for Liverpool, because they've got in goal, we have is Alisson in goal for Liverpool. In defence we have is Trent Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Matteo and Andy Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson and Thiago, and also Firmino, Dybala and also Darwin Núñez will be for Liverpool. And that's Jurgen Klopp's team right there for Liverpool. But, however, let's get straight into this match because Liverpool really want to win today. Obviously, Celtic and Liverpool have got a bit of a rivalry with one another, a bit of historic rivalry. But today, we've got to put that to one side because Liverpool really want to fight for those top of the league's positions, while Celtic, however, are trying to fight for that mid-table places for the end of this season, potentially. And here we go, and let's get this match underway right now between Celtic and Liverpool in this match. Now, Edouard now. And now lost it now. Okay, Edouard wins it. He lost the control of the ball here. Now here's to Jordan Henderson. And now to Thiago. Now to Dybala now. And now Jonovic now pass it back all the way to Joe Hart. Now Joe Hart clears it away out of danger. And now here's now to obviously Turnbull. And now to Edouard now. Press on here onto Liverpool's defence here. Could be a chance here to go 1-0 up. And Celtic are in the lead. Oh my God, Liverpool have conceded. And that's a paradise goal there from Jota. And Ange Postecoglou will be very happy about this because Celtic are in the lead in the early stages of the matchup. They want to try and get something out of Liverpool today. Hopefully, to try and push towards maybe those European positions, or maybe that top half finish by this end of this season. Like last season, they came 8th last season. They probably want to finish in the same exact position, and today's win could be something. And there's a great goal there from obviously Jota. And I think Jurgen Klopp's furious about that to consider early goal there. And now here's obviously McGregor. Now Edouard. And now is Fabinho. Now to Pablo Dybala. Now to Julian. And now here's now to Roberto Firmino. Cross into the box. Liverpool back in the game. And what an early start for both sets of teams, as they are equalised themselves in the match from a header from Darwin Núñez. And now it's 1-1 in the match. What a start we're having between the two teams here, between Liverpool and Celtic. Great header, and Joe Hart couldn't stop that one. And it is 1-1 in the match. What a header there. What a diving header there from Darwin Núñez. And also Joe Hart trying to dive for the save, but he missed that opportunity. And it's 1-1. And now here's Celtic kick off the game now. Obviously that goal was conceded. Now to Edouard. Now Edouard now to Celtic now. Press on here onto... No, he doesn't. Now to Fabinho. Now to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now Trent. Now to a free kick here for Liverpool. Now Jordan Henderson. Now Pablo Dybala. Dybala's through. Press on here on the counter-attack here on Celtic's defence. And a goal's been scored. And Liverpool have made it 2. And they're in front for the first time this matchup, as they've conceded an early goal to make it 1-0 Celtic, and now it's 2-1 Liverpool. And Liverpool will be very happy about this. 1v1 to Joe Hart. And it's a goal to make it 2-1 to Liverpool. And there you go. 2-1. And now past there now. Celtic now to Edouard. Now Turnbull. Now is to Edouard. Edouard now back to obviously Pablo Dybala. Now McGregor. McGregor now to Jota. Jota. Is he going to be? Okay, no he doesn't. And now to obviously McGregor, Christie, O'Reilly. O'Reilly, oh, right in the hands of Alisson. And now here's Celtic again. Now here's to Jota. Jota. Press on. Save there from Alisson. And now save there, the corner. Now pass is short there for Jota now. Now to O'Reilly. Can't be a goal! Oh, right in the hands though. To Alisson. Now boot away. All the way now to Taylor. Now Taylor now. Control there to McGregor. To O'Reilly. To McGregor. Now to Edouard. Now to Turnbull. Is it going to be over maybe? Oh, right in the hands. And now here's obviously Dybala. Now is Fabinho. Now is Roberto Firmino. And now, no. And now he's turn ball to Edouard. And now here's to Edouard. Edouard's through! Oh, save there from Alisson. Now Jota. Jota's through. The press on to Matip. Fabinho. Thiago. Press on here. Now Diabala's through. Oh, save there from Joe Hart. Good save from him. He stopped that one in his tracks. Now, obviously, Trent Alexander-Arnold cross it into the box. Good clearance away there from Liverpool. Now to Fabinho, and that is going to be now a free kick, it seems. And Celtic's next game will be up against West Ham United on Matchday 28, and that's going to be taking place on this weekend. Coming up, we are on a Tuesday, however, and Celtic maybe can get something out of the West Ham game potentially, rather than Liverpool's. Now, here's Edouard through here. Edouard's through, go for 2-2, and a goal for Celtic just before half-time, and Edouard scores 2-2. And what a game we're having here, ladies and gentlemen. And Celtic have got themselves back in the match. 2-2, you cannot stop them. You cannot stop them at all. Celtic have been showing a lot of fight they are in that first half. Even though they were down to 2-1, they were even fighting still. They've got themselves their reward, their second goal in the match. Now it's Dybala. Dybala now. Shot! Dybala scores! 3-2! Oh my god, what a game we're having here. It's goals galore in the first half. And a goal's been scored to make it 3-2. 5 goals scored in each of the two teams in the oppositions. And it is Pablo Dybala. Weak foot. Beats past Joe Hart. Goal. 3-2. Pablo Dybala puts it in. Nice. And there you go. 3-2. And now is Matt O'Reilly. Now to Christie. Now Edouard. Now to Turnbull. Turnbull. Turnbull's through. Good defending there from Liverpool. Now Turnbull again. Okay, that's going to be now half time at the break as we have it here live. What a game. And we're back here for the second half between Liverpool and Celtic. 3-2. Now Fabinho passed there to Matteo. Now to Robertson. Now to Darwin Núñez. And that's going to be now offside free kick for Celtic. Now Jovanovic. Now Christie. Christie now on the press. Now, oh my god, mistakes been made, but saved there from Alisson. Great save from him. Stop that one for going to the back of the net. And now here's now to Trent Alexander-Arnold now. Now O'Reilly. Edouard. Now Celtic might go for a goal here. Save again to Alisson. He's got that in his hands. Bare hands there of Alisson. 3-2 to Liverpool. Now Turnbull. And now is Turnbull. McGregor. And now count the press. And now Edouard. Now Turnbull on the press. Now Matteo. Now is Henderson. Now Thiago. Now Dybala. Boot away there from Joe Hart. Now Edouard. Now Thiago. Now Julian. Now is Edouard. Christie. Wins it. Nice there for Christie. Christie presses on here to Liverpool. Okay, now to Fabinho now. 50 minutes to be played left of the game. And now Pablo Dybala. Dybala! What a save! That could have been a goal, that could have been, but save there from Joe Hart. And now Ryan Christie comes off, and obviously was it Kolonowski, whatever his name is, Japanese, coming on for Celtic. Head away there now, obviously Fuhashi's coming on. That's his name. Now Fuhashi, the super sub for Celtic. Now McGregor. Now it's Edouard. Now Edouard now. Past it nice there to Fuhashi. Now he's through. He might even have a chance for Celtic here now. Turnbulls. Save there, Madison. And it's going to be now a corner for Celtic here. They've got themselves a corner kick in the match. The corner has been given. And now pass it short there for Celtic here. O'Reilly. Header. And now is Nunes. Now Jovanovic. Now is Pablo Dybala. And now is Roberto Firmino. Okay, offside. And O'Reilly comes off, and coming on is Rayo Haiti comes on for Celtic. And now Union will take the free kick. Header there from Liverpool. Henderson. Thiago. Now to Dybala. Good ball there from Union. Good defending from him. Now McGregor. Now Edouard. Now Haiti now. Pressed on here on Jota. For Celtic here. Into the box. Clearance. Handball. And it's a free kick for outside the box here for Celtic here. Could have been a penalty, could have been, but it's going to be a free kick. So it's going to be a free kick for Celtic in this match. Alisson has to save this. He has to save this, he has to. Is it going to be Jovanovic now for Celtic. Looking for a goal. McGregor! Oh, that's wide. But now Alisson will take the goal kick here for Liverpool. So a goal kick here. Now Alisson passes it short there to Matteo. Now it's Robertson. And that's going to be there full time. The game ends here today at the stadium here in Celtic. A good win for Liverpool. 3 points in the bag for them. And I've got to say, a lot of confidence for Jurgen Klopp's team to push on to that league title hopes potentially by the end of the season. As the score ends here today, as it was Celtic 2, Liverpool 3. No goals in the second half, but the first half was absolutely thrilling. It was. And the game ends 3-2 Liverpool. A big victory there for Liverpool today. 3 goals to 2. It was 5 goals in the first half, but the second half was a bit quiet. But Alan, tell us your thoughts on the game. The first half was fantastic in a way. There was lots of goals, a lot of thrillers involved in the first half. Like a basketball match, it felt like, between Celtic and Liverpool, because the ball went to Liverpool's end, and then the ball went to the Celtic end. And it's been a very, really good game in the first half, but the second half was a bit quiet. But I've got to say, Liverpool did very, very well to hold on that 3-2 lead, and hopefully they can chase on Man City for the league title. Thank you, Alan. Now let's get straight into the game highlights for all the other coverage of the Premier League. AFC Richmond got themselves in the lead in the early stage of the matchup from a great goal from Jamie Tart to beat past Kasper Schmeichel to make it 1-0 to AFC Richmond and the King Power. A chance for Leicester to get back in the match. So a great cross came in and then Jamie Vardy with the header saved. And then Leicester got themselves another chance as Mark Albright scores his first ever goal for Leicester this season so far in this Premier League campaign. And that was a great goal to get Leicester City back in the match here at the King Power. And then AFC Richmond crossed the ball into the box. And there was a bicycle kick from Danny Rojas and saved. And then Danny Rojas again got himself a goal in the second half and beats past Kasper Schmeichel in the solo goal. And there's no way it can stop him in his tracks. And it's now 2-1 to AFC Richmond in the match. And then AFC Richmond made it 3-1. A great goal from Jamie Tart to beat past Schmeichel to go 3-1 up in the match, as AFC Richmond are extend their lead here at the King Power. Great scenes at the King Power Stadium. A great victory right there for Ted Lasso's AFC Richmond. 3 points in the bag for them away from home, all the way up to the Midlands to Leicester, and got a win out of them here today. Disappointing for Brendan Rodgers' Leicester City, but for Jamie Tart, 2 goals from him, and AFC Richmond are really pushing towards those European places, hopefully, by the end of the season, 11 games from now. As the game is hinted here today, as Leicester City 1, AFC Richmond 3. Newcastle got themselves in the lead. A great pass from Almiron. Beast pass with Chris Wood's strike past Ramsdale. And Newcastle lead by 1-0 here at St James's Park. In the 30th minute of the matchup, Arsenal got themselves back in the match as Wilfred Zaha beats past Nick Pope to make it 1-1. And a goal back for Arsenal in the match here at St James's Park against Newcastle. The Geordies, Newcastle, the Magpies got themselves back in the lead again as Sam Maximan beats past Ramsdale to make it 2-1 to Newcastle at St James's Park, and Arsenal are trailing now by 2-1. Bad to worse for Arsenal. Not really usually is Arsenal bad like this, because Newcastle got themselves a 3rd goal in the match to extend their lead. A great goal there from Miguel Almiron to make it 3-1 to Newcastle United. And then Newcastle made it 4. Great ball from Chris Wood right there for Joe Willock against his former club against Arsenal, and it's now 4-1 to Newcastle, and Joe Willock was on the score sheet against his former team, and I've got to say that was disappointing for Mikel Arteta to have his former player to score against his former team, and that is 4-1 to Newcastle. And then however, Newcastle got themselves a 5th goal as Joe Linton strikes past the Arsenal defence as a ball rebounded back from Ramsdale's first chance for save. Back to Joe Linton once more, rebound, strikes it, and now it's 5-1 to Newcastle. And looks like Arsenal have got a lot of work to do now. Yeah, big defeat there. Eddie Howe's team have won today and beat Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. Arsenal have not lost a game so far since way back when they lost to Man City at the Etihad Stadium. And Joe Linton, nice goal from him in the matchup. And Newcastle really bossed Arsenal here at St James's Park. As the game ends here today, as Newcastle United 5, Arsenal 1 at St James's Park today. It took Chelsea 22 minutes in the game as Mertens was 1v1 to Mounier and beats past him at Ellen Road as Chelsea lead by 1-0 here at Ellen Road Stadium here. What a goal, solo effort, no one there marking him and stopping him, and it's a great goal there for Mertens and 1-0 to Chelsea. Mounier was booked a yellow card by the referee as he failed Mertens to give away a penalty, unfortunately, here at Ellen Road. Joe Linton takes it, 2-0 Chelsea. And it's just before half time, Chelsea extend the lead to 2-0 as Joe Linton knocked it nicely into that top corner as Chelsea lead by 2-0 at Ellen Road. In the second half, Leeds pull one back as Stiniera crossed it in all the way to Patrick Bamford and bicycle kicked it past Mendy as Leeds are back in the game by 1 goal. And hopefully maybe Leeds might get another in the match. We'll have to wait and see about that. But what a strike, and that bicycle kick there, roof of the corner of the net. That wonder goal from Patrick Bamford wasn't enough for Leeds United, unfortunately, and Chelsea have got themselves to 3 points. Very disappointing for Leeds to lose here today. But for Chelsea, however, they got themselves a victory to push themselves away from Spurs to try and hopefully qualify for the UEFA Champions League competition maybe after being away from that competition for 2 years. But today at Ellen Road it ends here as Leeds 1, Chelsea 2. Man City, however, got themselves the chance in the game as Corella was 1v1 to Sarr, as Man City beats past Wolves in the early phase of the game to make it 1-0 to Man City, as Wolves were very, very poor at the back, and Corella beats the keeper, and it's 1-0 to City. Another goal scored again as Corella passed it all the way to Benzema, swayed it, and a goal was scored there for Karim Benzema to make it 2-0 to Man City. And Sarr was actually beaten once more. There was no opportunities there for any defending there from Benzema. All he had to do is slot it into that open net, and it's now 2-0 to Man City. And then Man City made it 3 as Phil Foden passed it nice there to Raheem Sterling, beats past Sarr to make it 3-0 to Man City in the match at Molineux. What a ball there for Phil Foden. Knocked it nice there to Raheem Sterling. And now it's 3-0 to Man City. And then Wolves, however, got themselves back in the match as Dama Toure passed the ball there to Raul Jimenez. Lobbed the goalkeeper, Edison. And that's 1 goal back for Wolverhampton Wanderers in the match. I've got to say, great ball there from Dama Toure. And obviously Raul Jimenez was 1v1. Lobbed the keeper over. And that's 1 goal back for Wolves here at Molineux. A crossing from Wolves, however, head away from Man City. Then Domature strikes it, and it clipped the hand of Laporte. And obviously Wolves got themselves a penalty there against Man City. And then Raul Jimenez beats Edison to make it another goal back for Wolves. And this could be a potential comeback right there, as Wolves have pretty much got a bit of confidence from that Raul Jimenez penalty. Roof in the net, and it's now 3-2 City still. And it was a comeback for Wolves, because in the last minute of the game, there's a ball ping around the box for Man City's defence, and a goal scored for Wolves in the last minute of the game, from 3-0 down to 3-3. And Wolves made a real true comeback against Man City, the league leaders here at Molineux, and that was a great strike. And the match ended in the 90th minute of the matchup as Wolves got themselves a rescue point, as they were trailing by 3-0 at Molineux and turned things around, fortunes around, and they've got 3 goals back. And the game ends here today at Molineux as Wolverhampton Wanderers 3, Manchester City 3 at the end of this match. And then, however, Brentford got themselves 1v1 to the goalkeeper MacArthur as Dolberg scored the first goal for Brentford, and they lead here by 1-0 to Southampton, the Saints. A huge cross right there for Brentford, and a nice header connected to Dolberg's head into the roof of the net as Brentford extend the lead by 2-0 here at the Brentford Community Stadium, as they are really running riot, and Southampton, the strugglers, have conceded another goal away from home. And Kasper Dolberg got himself a hat-trick for Brentford as he beats MacArthur again for the 3rd time running in the first half, as Brentford really want this, and they actually have, because Southampton's defence was very weak, and Dolberg scored his 3rd goal to make a hat-trick for Brentford in the match. I know Brentford got themselves a red card during the matchup, but Southampton, however, used that advantage and got themselves a consolation goal, maybe a comeback, and that's a 1 goal back for Southampton in the matchup there by Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. And things got a lot better for Southampton as Danny Ings got himself a 1v1 finish over David Raya to make it 3-2 to Southampton. And this could be a comeback after Brentford are now down to 10 men after what happened. And it was actually Southampton took that advantage and got 2 goals. And maybe the 3rd could come. Well, unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be, as Brentford got themselves and hanged on very tightly down to 10 men, as Kasper Dolberg's hat-trick was enough for Brentford to seal the 3 points at Southampton today at the Brentford Community Stadium, as the game ends here today as Brentford 3, Southampton 2. It took the Hammers 15 minutes to go past the Hornets as West Ham lead by 1-0 by the Austrian forward Marko Arnautovic, as a great goal was scored there for him to make it 1-0 to West Ham in the game. And then Mikel Antonio beats past the goalkeeper for Watford, and Marko Arnautovic strikes it, and there was no one there marking Arnautovic, and now it's 2-0 to West Ham, and they are really running right here against Watford here at Vicarage Road, and there's no one there marking him. He skipped past the goalkeeper, and now it's 2-0 to West Ham in the game. And then, however, West Ham in the second half try and get a third goal by Antonio, saved. And then Watford got themselves a chance to get back in the game, and there's a save again. And then Watford again is striking. It was a great goal from Igalo, and that's one goal back for Watford. A consolation potentially, or maybe comeback could happen. I think West Ham have the hope now to hold on now, as Watford got themselves a goal in the 78th minute of the game by Nigerian Igalo. And Mikel Antonio wasn't a stranger to goal, as he struck past the goalkeeper for Watford again to make it 3-1 to West Ham. And they are really doing well here, as Watford, however, really fighting for their lives in the relegation zone, while West Ham are around that position. But that win right there might keep them away from that, a bit further away from 18th position, and that was a great goal there from him. And then, however, before injury time, a sweaty pass to Lanzini from Arnautovic to make it 4-1 to West Ham. And West Ham United are really doing the damage here at Vicarage Road. And those goals right there they've scored could be a statement that they want to be in the league next season in the Premiership. And that's a very good goal there for Lanzini also. The match ends here today as West Ham won by 4-1. As Watford, however, weren't really good, they weren't in the match. But for West Ham, however, they got themselves a victory and they won here today by 4-1. The score ends here as Watford 1, West Ham 4. The Seasiders, the team who are bottom of the league, Pompey, got themselves in the lead against Rangers from a goal from Emmanuel Dennis to make it 1-0 to Rangers in the matchup. And then Portsmouth got themselves a second goal before half-time as Eze beats past the goalkeeper McGregor to put Portsmouth 2-0 up in front. And the team who are struggling at the bottom end of the table, they really want to get themselves survival by the end of the season. And those two goals could be crucial for their safety. I think Portsmouth have to wait, because Rangers might not be over just yet, as Morelos got himself a goal back for Rangers in the matchup, and maybe a comeback could do for Rangers, because it's not over yet for Portsmouth, as there's a long way to go left in the second half. Portsmouth make sure they can extend their lead in the match, and they did that as a great header from Ivan Toney to make Portsmouth extend the lead in the game. And this could be enough for Pompey maybe to get themselves an away victory, a crucial away victory on any potentials on survival for Premier League for next season. Rangers weren't giving up without a fight, because they got themselves a goal back in the game to 3-2. As there might be hope maybe, glimmer maybe, for Rangers to hopefully get something over Portsmouth. They are still trailing by 3-2 at this point by a goal from Ryan Kent. Portsmouth victory hopes are shattered, it seems like, because Rangers got themselves a goal by a volley by Glenn Kamara to make it 3-3. A comeback for Rangers. And their hope maybe on a victory today might be shattered. A strike there beats past Dean Henderson, and now it's 3-3 in the match. But in the late stage of the matchup, however, Rangers got themselves the fourth goal. Ryan Kent 4-3, and that is a huge comeback for Rangers, as they were 3-1 down they were, and now it's 4-3 Rangers. But as of for Pompey, their confidence will be very dropped after that, because they all thought they might have got a victory out of Rangers, but don't speak too soon it seems like, because Ryan Kent got himself the score sheet at the end to make it 4-3. Big victory right there for Rangers, but it wasn't meant to be for Portsmouth. They almost tried to win today, but that was a very disappointing defeat, because they thought they might have got the hands over Rangers today for Daniel Cowley's team, and maybe survival could happen. But their relegation hopes are in jeopardy for Pompey, and they've got 11 games to go left to save themselves, but time's running out for Portsmouth still in the league. As the games ends here today, as Rangers 4, Portsmouth 3. The official results for Matchday 27. Leicester City 1, AFC Richmond 3, Newcastle United 5, Arsenal 1, Leeds 1, Chelsea 2, Manchester United 4, Everton 0, Celtic 2, Liverpool 3, Wolves 3, Man City 3, Rangers 4, Portsmouth 3, Brentford 3, Southampton 2, Watford 0, West Ham United 2. The table stands as Man City are top with 68 points, while second place we've got Liverpool with 64, in third we have his Arsenal with 63, in fourth with his Chelsea with 63. Spurs have got a game in hand, but they've got to play a game against Villa in this match day. However, they are fifth with 50 points. In 6th, moving up to 6th with his Newcastle with 43. In 7th, dropping to 7th with his Aston Villa with 43. In 8th place, with 1 point behind the European hopes, is Manchester United with 42 points. In 9th place with his AFC Richmond with 37. And 10th position to wrap up the top half of the table is Celtic with 36 points. In the bottom half of the table is Brentford with 34 points. In 12th place with Leeds with 34. In 13th place with Leicester City with 33. In 14th place was West Ham United with 29. In 15th place was Rangers with 29. In 16th place was Wolves with 27. In 17th place was Everton with 22. In 18th place we have Watford with 22. In 19th place was Southampton with 19 points. And last place was Portsmouth with 15 points. So, the next games we have for Matchday 28, we're going to have featuring Aston Villa versus Everton, Arsenal versus Chelsea. The game highlights will be Southampton versus AFC Richmond, West Ham United versus Celtic, Tottenham versus Leeds, Wolves versus Leicester City, Brentford versus Liverpool, Manchester City versus Portsmouth, and Newcastle United versus Rangers. That's all for the coverage here today for Matchday 27 of the Premier League, and we'll see you next weekend for the Premier League for Matchday 28. Until then, good night.